I promised I would. You've given her joy again.
I've never seen the princess smile like this.
Imagine losing the person you love most in the universe. For one young alien girl, that pain shut down her laughter completely. She hadn't smiled, let alone laughed, since the day her father, the beloved king, died. Years passed. The entire planet forgot what her laugh sounded like. But everything changed when a secret American hero stepped onto their world. This is not just another Sci-Fi story. In this video, you'll discover how one ordinary human did what advanced alien technology could not. You'll see the three biggest revelations that shocked even the greatest alien minds. The hidden power of human kindness, the secret emotion only humans truly understand, and the surprising reason why humans can heal hearts that machines never could. Sources suggest this encounter changed diplomatic relations between Earth and the stars forever. Let me show you exactly how this happened. In a far corner of the galaxy stood the beautiful planet of Illyria. Its towering crystal cities sparkled under three suns. The people of Illyria were known across the stars for their intelligence, their long lives, and their perfect control over emotions. But in the grand royal palace, a heavy silence had fallen. Princess Lyra, the king's only daughter, had not laughed in 3 long years. Not once. Ever since the tragic accident that took her father's life during a royal voyage, Lyra had become quiet. She walked the golden halls of the palace with empty eyes. The royal healers tried everything. They used glowing crystals, mind-linking machines, and ancient songs. Nothing worked. The young princess, now 18 years old, remained trapped in her grief. The queen, Lyra's mother, watched her daughter with worried eyes. She was a tall, elegant woman with silver-white hair and sharp, graceful features. Many called her the most beautiful ruler in the sector. But even she could not bring joy back to her child. One quiet morning, 3 strange ships appeared in the sky above the palace. They were not from any known alien world. These ships were rough, practical, and carried the markings of Earth. A small team of humans had arrived. They came as peaceful explorers under a new alliance program. At the front of the group walked Captain Marcus Reed, a 32-year-old American from Texas. He had short brown hair, strong shoulders, and calm green eyes. Marcus was a soldier and a pilot, but most of all, he was known among his team for his easy smile and quick jokes. The Illyrian court received the humans politely but coldly. The queen studied these strange visitors carefully. Humans were still new to the galactic community. Many aliens believed humans were too emotional, too young as a species, and far too unpredictable. During the formal welcome, Princess Lyra stood beside her mother. She wore a simple white dress and a small flower crown. Her large violet eyes looked at the floor. She did not speak. She did not smile. Marcus noticed her immediately. Something about the sad young girl touched him. While the diplomats talked about trade and technology, he kept glancing at Lyra. That evening, the palace held a grand dinner. Beautiful music played. Plates of glowing food floated through the air. The humans tried their best to be respectful, but they stood out. Their laughter and casual talk felt loud in the quiet hall. At one point, Marcus told a simple joke about how bad he was at eating with floating utensils. 2 of his team members chuckled. The alien guests looked confused. Laughter was rare in Illyrian culture. They considered it an uncontrolled emotion. Princess Lyra looked up for just a second. Her eyes met Marcus's. For the first time in years, something shifted in her expression. It was tiny, almost nothing, but it was there. The queen noticed it too. The next day, the humans were given permission to stay for a short cultural exchange. Marcus volunteered to help in the palace gardens. He said he wanted to learn about Illyrian plants. In truth, he hoped to see the princess again. Lyra often visited the gardens alone. It was the only place where she felt close to her father. The old king had loved these flowers. On the third morning, Marcus found her sitting on a stone bench, staring at a dying golden rose. He approached slowly and sat down a respectful distance away. "Hi," he said gently. "I'm Marcus." Lyra did not reply. Marcus reached into his pocket and pulled out a small item. It was a simple harmonica. He played a short, cheerful melody. The sound was strange and new to Lyra's ears. For a brief moment, the corner of her mouth twitched. It was not quite a smile, but it was the closest thing anyone had seen in 3 years. Marcus smiled softly. "That's a good start," he whispered. Little did he know that this small moment would spark something much bigger. Something that would challenge everything the Illyrians believed about emotions, about healing, and about what it truly means to be alive. Word spread quickly through the palace. The human captain had made the princess react. The queen decided to allow Marcus more time with Lyra. Perhaps this strange human could succeed where Illyrian science had failed. Every afternoon, Marcus met Lyra in the garden. At first, they barely spoke. He would simply sit nearby and tell stories about Earth. He described blue oceans, green forests, and the way children laughed freely on playgrounds. Lyra listened quietly. One day, Marcus brought a small ball from his ship. He bounced it gently and invited Lyra to play. At first, she refused, but after many days, she finally touched the ball. When it bounced in an unexpected way and hit Marcus lightly on the head, he made a funny face and pretended to fall over. A tiny sound escaped Lyra's lips. It was not a full laugh, but it was a soft giggle. The sound surprised even her. Marcus's eyes lit up. "There it is," he said warmly. "That's what I've been waiting to hear." As weeks passed, their meetings became the highlight of Lyra's days. Marcus taught her simple Earth games. He showed her how to make silly shadow puppets using the 3 suns. He even tried to teach her American slang, which often left her looking confused but curious. The queen watched everything carefully through hidden crystals. She was amazed. No mind machine had achieved this. No ancient ritual had worked. Yet this human, with his simple kindness and humor, was slowly bringing her daughter back to life. However, not everyone was happy. Some powerful Illyrian nobles whispered that humans were dangerous. They said emotions like laughter made people weak. They feared that if the princess changed too much, she would no longer be a proper Illyrian ruler. One evening, a group of nobles approached the queen. They demanded that the humans be sent away. The queen refused. For the first time in years, she saw real hope in her daughter's eyes. Meanwhile, Marcus began to share more personal stories. He told Lyra about losing his own father when he was young. He explained how he had felt empty inside for a long time. But he also told her how he eventually found joy again by helping others and remembering the good memories. Lyra spoke her first full sentence to him that night. "My father loved flowers," she said softly. "He said they taught us that beauty can return after darkness." Marcus smiled. Sounds like he was a wise man. Their friendship grew stronger. Lyra started asking questions about Earth. She wanted to know about human families, human jokes, and why humans cried when they were happy. Marcus answered every question with patience and honesty. But deep trouble was coming. An ancient darkness that had taken her father was beginning to stir again. Unknown to everyone, the same force that caused the king's accident was now targeting the princess. Marcus had no idea that his simple acts of kindness were about to be tested in the most dangerous way possible. The days turned into weeks. Princess Lyra was changing. She smiled more often. She walked with lighter steps. The servants of the palace whispered in amazement. The human was performing a miracle. One bright afternoon, Marcus brought a small device from his ship. It was a digital photo frame showing pictures and videos from Earth. He showed Lyra images of families laughing together, children playing, and people celebrating. For the first time, Lyra laughed out loud. It was a beautiful, clear sound that echoed through the garden. Marcus felt his heart swell with joy. He had succeeded. The Queen called Marcus for a private meeting. She thanked him deeply and offered him rich rewards. Marcus refused most of them. He only asked to continue spending time with Lyra as a friend. But danger was approaching. A rival alien faction that wanted control of Illyria had secretly sabotaged the king's ship 3 years ago. Now they planned to strike again, this time targeting the princess during a public ceremony. Marcus noticed strange activity near the palace. He used his military training to investigate quietly. When he discovered the plot, he immediately informed the Queen. At first, she was skeptical, but when evidence appeared, she trusted him. The ceremony day arrived. Thousands of Illyrians gathered in the great plaza. Princess Lyra stood on the stage beside her mother. She wore a beautiful gown and looked happier than she had in years. Suddenly, hidden attackers activated a powerful energy weapon. Chaos erupted. People screamed and ran. The Queen was knocked down. Lyra froze in terror. Marcus acted instantly. He ran through the crowd, shielding Lyra with his own body. A blast hit near them. Marcus was injured but kept moving. He carried Lyra to safety behind a crystal wall. In that moment of fear, Lyra looked at Marcus. Instead of closing down, she remembered everything he had taught her. She took a deep breath and whispered, "We will be okay." Together, they helped the Queen reach safety. Marcus used his knowledge of human tactics and Illyrian technology to help the palace guards fight back. The attackers were defeated. After the battle, the palace celebrated. But more importantly, Lyra stood in front of the crowd and spoke. Her voice was clear and strong. She thanked the human captain for saving her life and for teaching her how to live again. That night, under the 3 moons, Lyra and Marcus sat in the garden once more. She turned to him and laughed freely. A real, joyful laugh that filled the air. Marcus grinned. "There's that sound I love." The princess looked at him with shining eyes. "You gave me back my laughter, Marcus. You showed me that even after the darkest night, the light can return." Their friendship had become something deeper, something that crossed worlds and species. Yet the greatest revelation was still to come. News of the attack and the human hero spread across the galaxy. Many alien worlds were stunned. A single human had protected a royal family and helped heal a broken heart. It challenged everything they believed about humanity. The Queen held a special ceremony to honor Marcus. During the event, she publicly admitted that Illyrians had underestimated humans. She said their emotional strength and ability to care were true powers, not weaknesses. Lyra stood proudly beside Marcus. She was no longer the quiet, grieving girl. She was strong, hopeful, and full of life. Her laughter came easily now, brightening every room she entered. Marcus, however, remained humble. He told the Queen that he had only done what any decent person would do. He explained that on Earth, people helped each other through pain every day. That was simply part of being human. In private, Lyra and Marcus talked about the future. She asked if he would stay on Illyria. Marcus said he had duties back on Earth, but promised to visit often. He told her that their friendship had changed him too. He now understood that true strength came from connection, not just courage. Meanwhile, scientists from both worlds began studying the effect Marcus had on Lyra. They discovered something remarkable. Human empathy created unique emotional frequencies that helped heal trauma faster than any Illyrian method. The human touch, both physical and emotional, was special. This discovery started a new era of cooperation between Earth and Illyria. More human ambassadors were welcomed. Cultural exchanges grew rapidly. But Marcus carried a secret. Before coming to Illyria, he had lost his own father in a military mission. Helping Lyra had healed something inside him as well. He never told her this fully, but she sensed it. One quiet evening, Lyra gave Marcus a gift. It was a living flower from the palace garden that would never die. She told him it represented the bond they now shared. Marcus was deeply moved. As the two friends watched the three suns set, they understood that some connections were written in the stars. The final test of their bond was coming soon. A decision would have to be made that would change both their lives forever. The time had come for Marcus to return to Earth. His mission was complete, and his team needed to report back. The whole palace gathered to say goodbye. Lyra stood at the front, wearing the flower crown her father once gave her. Her eyes were filled with tears, but she was smiling. As Marcus prepared to board the ship, Lyra stepped forward. In front of everyone, she did something no one expected. She told the full story of how Marcus had saved her. She spoke about her father's death, her long silence, and how one human's kindness had brought her back to life. Then she laughed. A bright, beautiful laugh that rang across the landing field. The crowd cheered. Many Illyrians, who rarely showed such emotion, wiped tears from their eyes. Marcus walked up to her. He took her hands gently and said, "You were always strong. Lyra, you just needed someone to remind you that it's okay to feel joy again." Before he left, Lyra gave him one final gift. A small crystal that contained the sound of her first real laugh. She told him to listen to it whenever he felt alone. Marcus promised to return one day, not as a visitor, but as a friend, maybe even more. As his ship rose into the sky, Lyra waved until it disappeared among the stars. For the first time since her father's death, she felt peace. She understood now that love and laughter could cross any distance. Back on Earth, Marcus played the crystal many times. The sound always made him smile. He told his fellow soldiers the story of the princess who learned to laugh again. Many were inspired. Years later, Marcus and Lyra continued to work together. They became symbols of friendship between humans and Illyrians. Their story proved that humanity's greatest power was not technology or weapons, but the simple ability to care, to laugh, and to heal. And so, the secret American hero did not just save one princess. He helped open a new chapter for both worlds. A chapter where emotions were celebrated, where different species learned from each other, and where laughter truly became the universal language. The end. The biggest twist. The human ability to laugh through pain may be the most advanced healing technology in the galaxy. According to the Illyrian scientists, it creates real chemical and energetic changes that no machine can copy. We started with a princess who lost her laughter. We end with a young woman who found it again, and a human who proved that kindness is the greatest superpower. If this story opened your eyes to the power of human connection, you're going to love what comes next. This incredible journey showed us three powerful truths. Grief can be overcome, kindness crosses all boundaries, and humans have a special gift for bringing light back into darkness. If you enjoyed this HFY story, please hit the like button and subscribe to HFY Sci-Fi for more inspiring tales of humanity in the stars. Turn on notifications so you never miss a new upload. Comment below, what did you like most about Marcus and Lyra's story? Have you ever helped someone find their smile again? For those who want more, check out my next video, The Day Humanity Made Alien Empires Tremble. Thank you for watching. Your support keeps these stories alive. See you in the next one.